Hey guys, it's Carrie Ann with Running Moms, and welcome to day 3 of our Happy Mom, Healthy Mom Challenge. And today we're talking about finding and discovering again what lights you up and what gets you excited and what makes you feel alive and what makes you lose time when you start doing it. What would you do all day for free if you could and you had the time? And what recharges you? I want you guys to think about it today. What lights you up and gives you energy? And life with kids takes on a whole different meaning. And you can end up in the daily grind with us walking around with this glazed over expression on your face and not really excited to get through the day or to wake up in the morning and go to work or take care of the kids all day. And finding what lights you up and doing something that's important for you to give you energy is so important after kids, when life seems to be about everybody else except you. There's never any time for you, but I need you to take care of you, because I know that that's going to give you the energy that you need. And we all end up letting go of those things, the things that we love when we have kids, because we have to take care of everybody else. And just because you have kids and you're busy and you do have to do all that stuff, it's not a good enough reason to totally lose yourself and all of the things that you love. So this doesn't have to be anything big or time-consuming or expensive. It can be really simple, because at some points in life, you really just don't have the time or the money to do the things that maybe you want to do, like going to Whistler for the weekend, or going on a hike all afternoon, or getting out for that long run that you love, or training for that marathon, or spending a day at the spa, or going out with your girlfriends for wine. Like, you just might not be able to do that, but there all are other things that you can love that can give you energy. And one of them is, just you love flowers. If you love flowers, bring flowers into your house. Make sure you've always got fresh flowers on your table, so that when you wake up, you're going to see them and you can feel good. If you love dancing, turn the music on, blast it, and start dancing. If you love writing, start taking 5 minutes before bed or when you get up to do a little bit of writing. And if you love cooking, like good, nutritious, healthy meals, but you just don't have the time to do that, just keep fresh vegetables chopped up in the fridge all the time, so that if you do have the time, it's there, or at least it's there to give you some. Sorry, the door flew open. So if you love anything, just think about something that you love. I want you to start thinking about what lights you up. And because doing something means something to only you, can bring back some real life and some energy to you. Don't do it for a reason or for an end goal. Do it because you love doing it. Following what you love without knowing where it's going to lead can bring you some real happiness, because you're doing it purely for the joy of doing it, and it doesn't mean anything else to anybody but you. And when you remind yourself about what you love outside of everybody else's needs and wants from you, you can really reconnect with some deep happiness and some deep joy in your life, and find some inner happiness. And that's going to give you a bigger purpose, and it's going to make you feel more alive. And for me, I really struggled after kids. I think one of the reasons was because I was such a strong, independent woman before I had kids. Now all of a sudden I couldn't do anything. I was totally stuck taking care of kids 100% of my time. And once I decided to follow through on some of the things that I loved, getting back to running, because it lit me up, I discovered that I loved leading groups. I loved getting women together to learn to run together, to create community, because it made everybody feel good. I wasn't leading these run groups to start a business or to move my family to Costa Rica or to quit my 9-to-5 corporate job that was draining my energy. I was doing it to feel connected to others. I was doing it to get back to something I loved, which was running. And I needed the connection to people, because I wasn't getting together with people in any other way in my life. So I gave myself permission to make that time and to create something a little bit bigger than myself. I gave myself that permission, and I did it when the kids went to bed. It ended up being this online thing, and I took my time in the evenings to coordinate, to motivate, to put together programs, and I did it all sort of in my off time with the kids, which meant staying up a little bit later or getting up a little bit earlier to do it, but I did it because I loved it, and it gave me energy. It didn't take my energy, which is really important. When you do the things you love, it's not about giving more energy. It's actually going to create energy in you. So I want you guys to think about what lights you up. What do you love doing that makes you feel joyful, inspired, enthusiastic, and alive again? And we don't just become happy overnight. We get there by following a trail of things that light us up and then losing ourselves in doing those things. I love training for running. I love being on that journey to 5K, 10K, half marathon, whatever it is, because I love the journey. I love it every day. That inspires me and energizes me. It's not important to anybody else. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not winning. It's not about any of that, but it's important to me, and it makes me feel like me. And once you remember and you get clarity about what lights you up, I want you to start taking a very small action step to bring more of this into your life. So again, if you used to love running or exercising, start with going for a 5-minute walk outside or a 5-minute run outside, or being creative about how you can get those kids taken care of so you can make some time for yourself. If you love being out in the summer at the cabin, put a picture up where you can see it every day and you look at it, it makes you happy. And if you love trees in full bloom, make sure that you've always got fresh flowers, or get yourself a plant that's going to be green in your space every day. Those things can make a huge difference. So I want you to think about it, and I want you to tell us what lights you up. And then what small step are you going to take to make that happen, to bring that closer into your life. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.